mini series around useful conversations for you. In today's scenario, we are in the post-pandemic era. Almost, we've tried to find a cure. We're trying to return. The economy is trying to return to normalcy, and everybody is now looking back at their investment options. At any point of time, how do you invest money? How do we grow the wealth we have? Is always an important question that runs in the mind of every person irrespective of their age. Everyone wants their money to multiply. But in today's discussion, we'll see how can we take the help of astrology to predict where can we invest our money, whether will we be able to multiply our wealth or not, which sectors are doing good, which sectors can we invest in, what is the amount of risk an individual can take. All of this we'll try to see very briefly around how astrology can help make these decisions. Today we have Professor NVRA Raja sir, who from his decades of experience, he is here to tell us some simple tricks in astrology which we can use to find out which sector is doing well, whether we can we invest in a particular sector or not, so on and so forth. How do we basically use astrology to make our day-to-day investment decisions? So Raja sir, over to you. We would like to.
Yeah, Minatu.
So we would like to start our discussion today. Our today's topic is around investment decisions. So I just want to start off. Mostly we know that investment is not something that everyone is cut out for. How do we decide who can take a chance for an individual, whether it is good to take these risks, investing in high risk options, high return options or not, or should the individual go ahead with making safe decisions in money investments? So how can we predict that using astrology?
Om Sri Veera Raghavaya Namaha. Pranam to Guruji Raghavachari Garu. Pranam to Guruji Sri PVK Punishwara Garu. The question what the asked, how we can invest or let us not invest. If you are investing, are you going to get benefit out of it? This is all totally depends on your personal horoscope. Always we say personal horoscope is very important for you to invest. If your fifth house is very good, in that Dasabhukti Antara in your horoscope chart when you are just looking at it, your fifth house should be good when you want to invest. Then 11th house, the investment should give a labha. In your personal horoscope, the 5th and 11th house has to be studied. So that and Dasabhukti Antara, that Antara period, Bhukti period should be favorable for you to get money multiplication. If that is there, definitely you can go ahead with investments. If a malefic planets are domination in that year, you should restrict your investments. If you are already done, you should keep quiet and restrict your investment and wait for a good period. So operating of 5th house and 11th house are very important and the key role they play. Once you invest, it will give multiplication and also good returns.
Then this brings me to my next question. So now that once we have decided it's good to invest, it's a good period to invest in invest your money, how do I decide which sector to go into? So is it the healthcare sector or the telecommunication sector or the financial sector? How do we decide which sector is good to invest in from an individual perspective?
Fantastic. See, always one trend what you will have to look at it, the national trend, Desha Gochara trend is very important. Because the events happening in the country will have some say on your personal horoscope also. So this the Ugadi day, that national horoscope what we are putting, in that the dominant planets will have to look at it. See the dominant planets, when we are looking at the dominant planets, which is giving, suppose when we talk about you wanted to invest in power sector, where the power generation sectors are coming. Then that where you wanted to invest in what you called big nuclear industry area, and you wanted to invest in gold, we will have to look at the planet Sun. The Sun is the Karaka. If that on the day of the Desha Gochara, that national horoscope, when we put on the day of Ugadi, on the day of Sun entering into the Mesha, that chart will indicate that overall we should look at it. If Venus is good, entertainment industry will be good. If Rahu is placed very well, all cinema actors will be good. And now you will have to invest in leather industry, then Saturn should be good. So that has to be overall, you should look at the national level. Then if these planets are synchronizing with your personal horoscope, then you should invest in banking or power sector or crude or leather industries or agro products. That way you should analyze. For that, no, it requires some specialization, a detailed study on a personal horoscope. Then we can, expert astrologers available, you can make use of them.
Now for the average person, can you explain some tips from an astrology perspective which a person can follow, like which day to invest? When is it, which time should I go and invest in a particular sector? Somebody is going to open a demat account or transfer their shares. So are there any tips that you would want to share for an average person who is looking to invest?
Yeah, this is a good question. There are many methods, very simple techniques available for you to decide in which sector you can invest and which sector you are fluctuating, that is the market is going to shoot up, and what time, which hour we can dispose of. These points you can definitely do. There are two aspects what I can say. One is Nakshatra Prashna Shastra, Nakshatra Prashna Lagna with the Guruji's blessings. I have just come out with a new, what you call it, it's not new, it's the NAADI secrets. The greatest NAADI secrets what I have just made it and given in Nakshatra Prashna, the division of the day into that. In that what is happening, a specific Lagna for your purpose, once you learn, see when you will have to make money, you will have to spend, you should learn little astrology or keep astrologer as an advisor for you to make it. The Nakshatra Prashna Lagna, the concept which was given to us by the NAADI Siddhantha, that is a Meena to NAADI system speciality. If that particular time the Nakshatra Prashna, the horary rising moon is a dominant, suppose if that horary rising moon is very good, Chandra, moon's nakshatra is there. Simple technique what I would like to say. Then petroleum product, milk industries, agricultural and water resource, where you invest you will get a good money. That particular time, very a span, very duration of 1 hour or 15 minutes, where you fluctuate in these shares will zoom up, or if they are afflicted, you should wait, you should not buy these shares. Suppose when we talk of a Venus is coming, let's suppose that Venus is coming, where we can invest in fashion industries, air conditioner industries, and what you call hotel business, luxury items, where the shares you can invest, you will get a good money. This, your Lagna, and when you are trading, at that time the Nakshatra Prashna Lagna, if they are coordinating very well, that hour will be very good for you. That is the way. Then second point, no sir, Nakshatra Prashna Lagna will have to, now at least you go with a Hora. Ahoratra, Hora Shastra is there. Hora Shastra tables are readily available. You can keep the table. Suppose the particular Hora is running today, when we start today the day with Sunday, Sun Hora starts. After Sun, Venus, like that Mercury, Moon, that Hora tables are available. Keep that table, and that Hora Lord, that particular day is strong. Suppose Sunday, Sun is exalted, Sun is in a good friendly house. Then go for power sector. Investment in power sector will be good. Investment in media, it will be good. Suppose the Mercury is very good. That time that Hora, Mercury is playing very well. and that Mercury is suitable to in your horoscope, then insurance, a company you invest, financial sector, banking shares will zoom very well. Or if you want to sell also, you sell, that zooming will be there. That's all. Very simple take. One is the Hora, one is Nakshatra Prashna. When you have it, the both will be very easy, which can give, you can study the fluctuating markets.
So my last question, you've given some really good tips around when to invest, how do you study, how do you take the help of an astrologer to at least see which sectors are good to invest. Now, suppose you're also talking about the afflictions around 5th house, then necessarily it's safer for the individual to take a lesser risk. But should those individuals not invest at all? Is there any particular astrological remedy for them? Because everybody wants to save their wealth and invest it somewhere. But where you're saying the 5th house is not properly placed, are you saying definitely they should not invest anywhere at all? How can they look to save their health, their wealth? Are there any remedies for it?
Yeah, it's a good question what you are asking. So this so far what I spoke about share market. You forgot about share market. People like common people, they are thinking they want to invest in a land or a real estate, buying a plot or anything. That time your 4th house, you look at your 4th house and Dasa Bhukti Antara, favorable trend without any Badaka, Maraka period is running. When we just look at it, the investment portions, when we talk of real estate, somebody wants to buy, no question of share market, land, building, gold, silver, investments. This can I go for it? When we ask, your 4th house should be, birth horoscope, your 4th house should be good. The 2nd house, the saving portion, the money, what you are holding, can you hold it? That is very important, holding that money. So, when these points are very good, over and above, it is Dasa Bhukti Antara. That Bhukti Lord or Antara Lord, if it is favorable, invest in land, gold, silver, it will be very good. See this here, the question of remedial measures, selling this thing, and it's a compulsory, we'll have to buy, invest in land. There is no other, what you call, question of going back. We will have to buy, because somebody has to return the money to you, he is giving the plot to you. What you will do? That time, if the favorable situation is not good, do some remedy for Mars, do some remedy for Mercury, then that compulsory forceful investment, what they are forcing you to invest, that will turn out to be a good one. So, this always, any investment other than stock market, you depend on your birth chart and the Sabhyantara, then it will give very good results.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm sure there are really good tips that have come in from this discussion. I'm sure some of these tips will also help you make a really sound decision. Wishing you all the wealth and prosperity. We sign off from this mini-series. We hope to come together with many such mini-series in the future. Please stay tuned to Meena 2 online channel. Jai Meena.
Jai Meena.